नयस्य कश्चित् दयितोऽस्ति कर्हिचित् द्वेष्यस्य चायस्मिन् विषामदिर्नृणाम् जन्म कर्म च विश्वात्मन् अजस्या कर्तुरात्मनः तिर्यन् ऋषिषु यादर्षु तदत्यन्तविदम्बनम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for reciting. Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna, Dinesh Prabhuji. Thank you so much for sharing the screen. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome you all. So you all are done with the shlokas?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Oh, I find many are not there today. So this is...
No, Mataji. Now they were there. Suddenly they left. I don't know why, Mataji. 3 of them left now.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Maybe after some time they will join. Here it is raining, Mataji. In Kerala it is raining. Maybe they will join in few minutes again.
Okay. So pranams to all of you. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimati Jabdakasu. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimati. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gurupati Vishwani Bhashata. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vacharam Bhangam Yat Kripa Sat Hare Krishna. So it's my fortune to have this seva to purify myself. So I'm asking for forgiveness for all the shortcomings. I will be covering shloka from 1.18.22 to 26. So, yeah, Dinesh Prabhu. Oh, Dinesh Prabhu. He is there. Yeah. Prabhu, if you can share the screen, we will read quickly the shloka translation purport and then we'll try to dive in. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, 18th chapter. Yeah. So, who wants to read the shlokas? Please come forward. So one can read the shloka, one can read the translation, one can read the purport.
Yeah, Mataji. Shall I begin?
Mataji, pranams, Mataji.
Pranams, Prabhu, Krishna.
Shall I start? Shall I read, Mataji?
Please.
Yatra anuraktaha sahasaiva dhira vyapohya dehadishu sangamudham prajanti tatparam ahamsyamatyam yasmin himsopashamak swadharmaha. Am I right, Mataji?
Yes, yeah, you can read the translation if you want.
Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Self-controlled persons who are attached to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna can all of a sudden give up the world of material attachment, including the gross body and settle mind, and go away to attain the highest perfection of the renounced order of life, by which non-violence and renunciations are consequential. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams Mataji.
Pranams. Yes, Kusuma Mataji, you want to read the purport? Let me see how big is it. Okay, we can quickly read. 2 of you all can participate to read. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila
Purport
Prabhupada.
by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Only the self-control can gradually be attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Self-control means not indulging in sense enjoyment more than is necessary. And those who are not self-controlled are given over to sense enjoyment. Dry philosophical speculation is a subtle sense enjoyment of the mind. Sense enjoyment leads one to the path of darkness. Those who are self controlled can make progress on the path of liberation from the conditional life of material existence. The Vedas therefore enjoin that one should not go on the path of darkness but should make a progressive march towards the path of light or liberation. Self control is actually achieved not by artificially stopping the senses from material enjoyment, but by becoming factually attached to the Supreme Lord by engaging one's unalloyed senses in the transcendental service of the Lord. The senses cannot be forcibly curbed, but they can be given proper engagement. Purified senses, therefore, are always engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. This
Okay, can we
perfectional,
ask somebody else?
yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you, Mataji. Yes, somebody can participate to read. Who wants to read? Yes.
Mataji, can you increase the font size?
Divya Mataji, yeah, you want a big font, huh? One
Yeah.
second. Sure. No problem. Okay, is it okay now?
Yes, Mataji. I lost the
Lord's senses.
perfection.
Yeah, here it is. The senses cannot be forcibly curbed.
Not getting it, Mataji.
No, you're not getting. My cursor is here. Purified senses, therefore. Yeah.
Yes. Purified. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The senses cannot be forcibly curbed, but they can be given proper engagement. Purified senses, therefore, are always engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. This perfectional stage of sense enjoyment is called Bhakti Yoga. So those who are attached to the means of Bhakti Yoga are factually self-controlled and can all of a sudden give up their homely or bodily attachment for the service of the Lord. This is called the Paramahamsa stage. Hamsa or swans accept only milk out of a mixture of milk and water. Similarly, those who accept the service of the Lord instead of Maya's service are called the Paramahamsas. They are naturally qualified with all the good attributes such as pridelessness, freedom from vanity, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, respectability, worship, devotion, and sincerity. All these godly qualities exist in the devotees of the Lord spontaneously. Such Paramahamsas who are completely given up to the service of the Lord are very rare. They are very rare even amongst the liberated souls. Real non-violence means freedom from envy. In this world, everyone is envious of his fellow being, but a perfect Paramahamsa, being completely given up to the service of the Lord, is perfectly non-envious. He loves every living being in a relation with the Supreme Lord. Real renunciation means perfect dependence on God. Every living being is dependent on someone else because he is so made. Actually, everyone is dependent on mercy of the Supreme Lord. But when one forgets his relation with the Lord, he becomes dependent on condition of material nature. Renunciation means renouncing one's dependence on the condition of material nature and thus becoming completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Real independence means complete faith in the mercy of the Lord without dependence on the condition of matter. This Paramahamsa stage is the highest perfection stage in Bhakti Yoga, the process of devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will read the 23rd also, and then we'll go further. Yeah, we will read 23rd shloka also. Yeah. Who is there for the shloka? Archana, you want to read the shloka? Okay. Now, Kishori Mataji, you want to read the shloka?
Mataji, let Archana Mataji read, is fine.
Okay. Archana Mataji, Archana Shri Radha, you read the shloka and Navakishori Mataji will read the translation and purport.
Aham hi prishtorya manobhavatbher achaksha atmavagamo atrayava yavan nabapatyantyatma samam patatri trinas tata samam vishnu gatim vipaschitaha. Translation also, Mataji?
No, we'll give Navakishori Mataji. Yeah, Navakishori Mataji,
Okay.
tame vacho.
जी जी हरे कृष्णा शिला प्रभुपाद की जय थैंक यू वंदन Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O rishis who are as powerfully pure as the sun, I shall try to describe to you the transcendental pastime of Vishnu as far as my knowledge is concerned. As the birds fly in the sky as far as their capacity allows, so do the learned devotees describe the Lord as far as their realization allows. Should I carry on, purport?
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme absolute truth is unlimited. No living beings can know about the unlimited by his limited capacity. The Lord is impersonal, personal and localized. By his impersonal feature, he is all-pervading Brahman. By his localized feature, he is present in everyone's heart as the supreme soul. And by his ultimate personal feature, he is the object of transcendental loving service by his fortunate associates, the pure devotees. The pastime of the Lord in different features can only be estimated partly by the great learned devotees. So Srila Sutta Goswami has rightly taken this position in describing the pastimes of the Lord as far as he has realized. Factually, only the Lord himself can describe himself, and his learned devotee also can describe him as far as the Lord gives him the power of description. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Yeah, we'll wait for next shloka. So we will try to dive in first here. When I was trying to understand this shloka, the insight of it, what Lord is trying to, make us understand. First of all, this conversation, what we understand is the self-controlled person, who are attached to the Supreme Lord, that is Sri Krishna. All of the sudden giving up, material attachment, related to body and mind, and then proceed to the final goal of Paramahamsa stage. So what learning we get from Parikshit Maharaj? Because if we try and understand, there are few things from the shloka itself. Anuraga. What is anurag? Attachment, through love. So the true attachment to Krishna is not a gradual accumulation of pity. It's a deep transformative love. And how that can happen? By slowly and gradually. Once a soul is firmly rooted in devotion, its natural, abandoned worldly entanglement will definitely loosen and the higher taste comes. That's the reason the benchmark is made for regulative principles, chanting of 16 rounds, getting up Brahma Muhurta, eating prasadam, offering and then honoring. All this is nothing but slowly, as have you all observed, I don't know how many of you must have seen, and before the rainy season comes, you'll see she's accumulating, food. So how she does, there's a full army of ants. They will go to some place where they get food, and little by little, they cannot say, oh, give me 1 ton because now anytime rain is going to start. So they will take as much as they can carry in their mouth. They have to go to that place, come back and store somewhere. And then that 4 months of when rain is there, you will not see ants coming out. So who gives them this intelligence? So few things are encarved when that creature is created. Similarly, when we, jivas, when we are created, this intelligence is given. But what happens is we are attacked by Maya. Because we are attacked by Maya, the good things we will forget. And that's the reason Lord makes arrangements by intervening or introducing us to a Vaishnava, to have a Shiksha Guru or a Diksha Guru, wherein slowly and steadily, when you give a gift of Bhagavad Gita, you think from that day onwards that person becomes Mahatma by overnight reading? No. Many a times we'll see, if you have given somebody Bhagavad Gita, if you have given a nicely sealed pack, go and ask that person after 2 months, you will find it is sealed pack only. I know so many of them. After 1 year, if I'm meeting that person, I'm saying, so did you start reading? What is the challenge? आपने जैसा दिया ना वैसे ही पढ़ा है, मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है. Okay. You gave, I accepted, and it is like that only. I remember once in 2009 or something, I met one family. They were, shifting. So they say, Mataji, we are shifting. We have one box. I said, one box? One carton. So I said, why she's asking me that she has one carton? I said, so, because I used to go and take children's class in their house. So she's saying, no, somebody gifted us. We don't know what is it. So we thought, is it of any value to you? You keep. I said, my God, what is this? So I said, okay, when I come for the class, you show me. I opened and I opened the seal also of the carton. And to my surprise, what is it? It is Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 9 books. I said, you all did not open this. Mataji, we don't understand anything. Oh, Krishna. So I said, okay, I will take. Slowly and steadily. 2008, this matter is in 2008 and 9. Now what is the year going on? 2025. Recently, I asked them, slowly they started progressing. So I asked them, do you have Chaitanya Charitamrita? No, Mataji, somebody gifted me. Now they cannot say, Mataji, we gave it to you only, So I said, if I give you all the gift, Chaitanya Charitamrita, yeah, Mataji, you teach us, how to read. We will accept it. So now I ordered. So what is the point here? Srila Prabhupada has designed this whole movement in such a way that how the jivas can gradually, get firmly rooted in devotion. And that can happen only slow process. Yeah. And then sudden liberation. The word says, sahasa eva. That is unlikely, gradual, effort-based renunciation. That is, see, what happens is powerful shift all of a sudden. And how that happens? Inner transformation. Inner transformation, how it will happen? Because when we are reading and trying to understand, and when we are eating prasadam, 2 things you need to understand. When we apply tilakam outside, that is outwardly, we are saying, yes, we are trying to follow things. But when we do 24 Achaman, that is internally also, we are trying to surrender to Lord by an act. Yeah? These 2 points need to be understood. I hope it is clear. If not, please let me know. So in case of Parikshit Maharaj, leaving of the body, that mind chain, the word is said here, Vyapohya Dehadeshu Sangha Mudham. That is Sangha Mudham is denoted those blinded by attachment. So we're talking about physical body and subtle mind level. So when true devotees break free, not forced by austerity, but drowned by divine attraction. So sometimes you all will see some people, they get attracted through prasadam. Somebody, they attracted, towards kirtan. They will go happily for kirtan and they get drowned in that sound vibration. And they feel, wow, it was so nice. I felt I was in some other world. And when the kirtan stopped, I felt, oh, I'm thrown back where I was. Yeah. So these are the various aspects wherein the jivas are, Lord's efforts to attract the jiva towards him. So Parikshit Maharaj, through this point, he is trying to tell us, and then Paramahamsa stage. What is Paramahamsa stage? Literally meaning Supreme Swan. See, it is said, no? Supreme Swan, those who reach this stage are free from envy, pride, and aggression, and body, embodily non-violence nature. That's the reason we were reading in the first shloka that what is the qualities, say they are naturally qualified with all good attributes, such as pridelessness, all these qualities. Yeah, I'm not reading again. Yeah, such Paramahamsa stage, it says, completely given up to the service of the Lord, and very rare, because we'll not find everywhere all getting transformated. But slowly and steadily, this changes do happen. Prabhu, can you scroll down? So we are trying to understand even that actually everyone is depending on the mercy of the Lord. Now, how the mercy of the Lord? We see in the case of Parikshit Maharaj itself, when Uttara was crying that this is the last Vamsha, Amsha of our Pandavas. So Lord entered through her womb and protected him. Now, when the time has come that everything has to be winded up, then also this curse is also in the form of mercy of the Lord. That Lord wants him to get cursed, and then how he has to surrender, and how he has to make a stage further. Yeah. So spontaneous non-violence and renunciation, this is nothing but the qualities one will have perfected stage to themselves. Yeah. So some practical reflections will be there that engage the senses in devotion. Otherwise, when you meet any of the devotee, they will immediately say, are you chanting? Or are you following four-legged principles? Because there is a thirst that our community should grow. Not only this, everybody has aim of, if they are, Dikshit, so they want to please their guru by saying, see, I brought this devotee, this one person. Now he'll be in devotion. And then non-violence also, which is beyond the physically. So if we try to understand what happens in this particular verse, we are trying to understand deep love for Sri Krishna. That's what Parikshit Maharaj is trying to exhibit. Sudden transcendence, yeah, and then attachment to body, mind, identity that is getting transformed with the Sangha of Shukadev Goswami and sound vibration of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then spiritual perfection, like the example is given of swans. Yeah. So when they wait for the raindrops to fall, we give example of whether when the rain is falling, they don't want to drink mixed water of mud, but they want to take only suck the pure drops that are falling from the clouds. And then even when the milk and water is mixed, they can extract only the milk, leaving the water. So we have to be like that. Staying in this material world also, we have to take the goodness. We have to take proper association, execute them. So practically also when we're saying surrounding yourself with Bhagavat Satsanga, reading or hearing, and then understanding the liberation does not take lifetime. Love matra hoy, sadhu sange, just a moment. There are so many stories behind this. And then our goal is to become Paramahamsa. Yeah? And then we have to be ahimsavadi. We should not indulge into violence and all that. Yeah. So for that, to get our heart purified, we have to have Bhakti Sangha. So these were the both shlokas that trying to make us learn. Yeah, Prabhu, we can go to the fourth shloka, because here it talks only and only about the Lord, that how he as Paramatma is visiting within our heart. And that's what Shukadev Goswami also rightly is taking this position to describe the Lord's pastime as far as his realization was concerned. Yeah. Anybody for 24 and 25?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Bhagavi. Yeah.
Ekada dhanur-udyamya vicharan mrigayam vani mrigan anugatah srantah kshuditas-trishto vrisham jalashayam achakshanah pravisheshatam ashramam dadarsha munim asinam shantam militalocanam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
Anybody for translation?
Dhanashri Mataji is raising her. She was
Yes, I was not
unmuting.
able to see. Yes, Dhanashri Mataji, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Mataji, ma'am, I'm traveling. Sorry, Mataji, please.
You're not
I'll
able
read,
to
Mataji.
Okay, read.
I'm
read.
not able to read, Mataji. Okay,
Okay,
sorry,
no problem.
Mataji.
No problem. Padma Mataji is raising hand. Okay, Padma Mataji, go ahead.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Once upon a time, Maharaja Parikshit, while engaging in hunting in the forest with bow and arrows, became extremely fatigued, hungry, and thirsty while following the stages. While searching for a reservoir of water, he entered the hermitage of the well-known Samika Rishi and saw the sage sitting silently with closed eyes.
Hari Bol, Hari Krishna.
Should I continue with that?
Anybody
If
for the
somebody wants to
purport?
read?
Yeah, somebody for the purport? Hari
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Shall I?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, why not? Please, go ahead.
Sindhu here. Text 24-25, purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Lord is so kind to His pure devotees that in proper time, He calls such devotees up to Him and thus creates an auspicious circumstance for the devotee. Maharaja Parikshit was a pure devotee of the Lord, and there was no reason for him to become extremely fatigued, hungry, and thirsty, because a devotee of the Lord never becomes perturbed by such bodily demands. But by the desire of the Lord, even such a devotee can become apparently fatigued and thirsty just to create a situation favorable for his renunciation of worldly activities. One has to give up all attachment for worldly relations before one is able to go back to Godhead. And thus, when a devotee is too much absorbed in worldly affairs, the Lord creates a situation to cause indifference. The Supreme Lord never forgets his pure devotee, even though he may be engaged in so-called worldly affairs. Sometimes he creates an awkward situation and the devotee becomes obliged to renounce all the worldly affairs. The devotee can understand by the signal of the Lord, but others take it to be unfavorable and frustrating. Maharaja Parikshit was to become the medium for the revelation of Srimad Bhagavatam by Lord Sri Krishna, as his grandfather Arjuna was a medium for the Bhagavad Gita. Had Arjuna not been taken up with an illusion of family affection by the will of the Lord, the Bhagavad Gita would have not been spoken by the Lord himself for the good of all concerned. Similarly, had Maharaja Parikshit not been fatigued, hungry, and thirsty at this time, Srimad Bhagavatam would have not been spoken by Srila Shukadeva Goswami, the prime authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a prelude to the circumstances under which Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken for the benefit of all concerned. The prelude, therefore, begins with the words, once upon a time. Thank you,
Hari
Mataji.
Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Hari Krishna. So, a few things that we have to see, what we have to understand through, So, the dangers of neglecting spiritual awareness. Yeah. Parikshit Maharaj, being a so pure devotee and an idle king, momentarily becomes influenced by bodily needs. He is feeling fatigue. He is feeling thirsty. The one who is the ruler for the Bharat Khande, the whole world. And what to talk about he is from great grandfather who has so much of control that Lord himself is calling him as Gudakesha, isn't it? So what is the learning from all this is that we are trying to understand that if we neglect spiritual awareness, now how it is, in depth when we go, through his duty as a Kshatriya involves hunting, Mrigaya, yeah. This was likely recreationary or for disciplining, not want on killing, yeah. What is this understanding that I'm trying to give is why they used to go for hunting? Because they are Kshatriyas. Because they are Kshatriyas, why they have to go and hunt? But there was a reason for going for hunting. First of all, by going to hunt in the deep forest, they will kill their fearness. So they will become fearless. Then by killing animal, what happens is when they are in the fight, in the war, there'll be no fear of, bloodshed or, that, affection. So all that, to work out on that, they will be trained to hunt. So hunting, and then while hunting, they'll be away from the house, from their family. All this is nothing but training themselves. Yeah. And so they'll be training their bodily needs also. This is to discipline themselves. And then this verse also sets the stage for momentarily lapse of judgment, showing how even great soul can sometimes be tested. So Lord is making these arrangements. It's also a Leela. Now to learn from this, even spiritually elevated individual can become vulnerable under extremely physical conditions. So when Parikshit Maharaj humanized, so what happens? It showcases us how we have to be, in the humility. It teaches us humility. Then there is a contrast between king and the sage, if we see in the purport that is shown. Parikshit, when it says that he was fatigued and he was hungry and he was restless, whereas if you see when he enters the hermitage of Shamika Rishi, so he saw the sage is in peaceful, absorbed in meditation. And what was the gesture? With his closed eyes. So externally, if you see, a king and the sage, how significance, lessons that we learn. The path of self-realization brings inner peace that we see from the sage. And the, otherwise, we see that how, though the king was also from that staunch devotion, but his outer conditions opposed and made him revolve, against the sage. And then Kshatriya responsibilities, how Kshatriya's responsibility should be and what his bhakti's principles are. So as a king, rightly when he entered, when he enters any place for drinking water or something, especially during the distress. So, but he cannot expect immediate service. But that in his head, that moment it was that I am a king. So that pride was there. And how this sage could not respond. My ropes, my sword, because I have come from hunting. So there is so much of sound. How, even if he was in meditation or trance, how he could not, break through it and, welcome me. So this was nothing but, again, the set arrangement of the Lord. So I want to throw up two questions to all of you. Was it reasonable for the king to expect hospitality? Should the sage respond to worldly concerns during deep meditation? Is my question to all of you. Dinesh Prabhu, you can stop sharing for just 2-3 minutes. Only we will take 2-3 minutes. Only one question is left. You all want me to repeat the question? Yes, I
Yes,
got
Mataji.
nodded head by Krishnamurti Prabhu. So I repeat the question. I just wanted, that everybody should come out, for the discussion. So my question to you, two questions. Was it reasonable for the king to expect hospitality? One question. Should sage respond to worldly concerns during deep meditation? Because he was into trance, he was meditating, his eyes were closed. And deep meditation means he is not able to hear anything what is happening around. So the expectation of a king and sage. Yeah, Archana.
Hare Krishna.
No, Mataji, for both. No,
Acha.
no, for both.
No, king is not supposed to expect any service from in that stage, Mataji. He is not aware of all those worldly affairs.
Okay.
And
Anybody?
even the sage, Mataji, he is so much deep in meditation. So we can't expect him to respond.
Okay. I'll give one example then.
From Mataji,
Yes.
can
Yes,
I say something?
Yes,
From the previous chapters, we have seen that King Parikshit was so obliged to all the Brahmanas. He respected them in every single circumstance, Mataji. But it is Krishna's mercy again that he was behaving in different way today.
Okay.
Is what I thought. And sage, yes, he can. He already is in trance, so maybe he's not expected to do any respect as a for a king Parikshit Mataji.
Great. Okay. How many can put on your cameras? I can see only Krishnamurti Prabhu, and I can see Sindhu. Thank you, Bhargavi. Yeah. Some life to me. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Divya. Thank you. You are also somewhere out, huh? It's too dark. Was everybody sleeping, huh? Okay, no problem. I think, yeah, it is going to be 9 o'clock that side, no? India, it's going to be 9 o'clock.
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay. So quickly, just one question. I mean, one shloka is left. Yeah. So thank you, Archana Sri Radha. So, yes, see, I will give you all one example. This is live example that has happened. Okay. In Pune, it once so happened, Radhesham Prabhu, he was taking Bhagavatam class. And this happened in Govardhaniko village. And Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he came in the shawl and he sat in the disciples group like this. And Radhesham Prabhu started opening prayer and everything. And then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And slowly, when Maharaj also did Hare Krishna, and slowly the shawl went, Radhesham Prabhu, down, he came down, he just dandavat to Maharaj. So, I mean, he was like, no, I cannot sit in front of Guru Maharaj. I cannot sit on the Vyasasana. So during our Shastric study, once it was said that when you have your spiritual master in front of you, you see that your spiritual master will come. You cannot get up from the Vyasasana and, okay, you can give a gesture. Why? Because you're sitting on the Vyasasana. That has got higher values. See how Shastra teaches us. So these are all some learning points. This is what we are trying to understand, that we must keep in our mind whether good or bad is only for this Bhumandal, for we Jiva to analyze. If it is not to what our expectation it meets, oh, it is bad. Oh, if it is making me happy, oh, wow, it is good, wow, this, that, party, this, that. Yeah. But Lord, from the eyes of Lord, everything is good. Because he can see past, present, future, which we cannot. This he says in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna also. Yeah. That you cannot remember, I can remember. You come with me, I always accompany everybody, but they cannot remember. Why? I am the Karaname Karanam. I am the creator. I am the sustainer, and I am the one for destruction also. Yeah. So here also, when king is expecting, it is for us to learn, irrespective of what is your position. Irrespective of what is your position, do not expect somebody to bow down to you. That humility one must carry within ourselves. That is first thing to learn. Secondly, sages, we have to bow down to the sages, and don't expect the sages to bow down to us. Like in our Bhakti Vriksha also, we teach everybody, when you go to ISKCON temple, you see somebody with 3 circle kanthi mala, do dandavat, but not in the temple in front of the deities. Go on aside and do this. Why? Because first respect is for the deities. Second respect is for the seniors. So that there should also have a position, and they should also be taken to the side that, I wanted to speak to you, and then you fall down, dandavat. So this is the learning for us. Always I tell Bhagavatam, otherwise see, once Bhagavad Gita is given, Bhagavatam is given, everybody is vocabulary, everybody is scholars. Everybody is well learned, well aware. Now what you don't get, everything you get on Google, Namaha, the mantra for this yoga itself. Yeah. But where you will get the inner insights of it. And the way it is said, it purifies both the way. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness, give and take, both purifies. Is it? To purify, to get a chance to get purified, to help others purify, all this satsang is all about. Isn't it? So these are few points of learning that we were trying to understand here. It is nothing but, setting the stage for curse. So both of you are all, what you have said is correct from everybody's their own angle, but this is the angle from the Shastra that we are trying to say. So when this 2 shlokas were put, it is nothing but the beginning of the chain of event leads to Shringi's curse and ultimately the appearance of Bhagavatam, which will be spoken by Shukdev Goswami, and how then that affects Parikshit Maharaj and how he, gets purified from this worldly affairs, and practically how self-care and spiritual practice, bodily, how balancing needs with spiritual awareness, and then we should not judge somebody externally, yeah, and then tolerance and humility. All this is nothing but teachings, practicalities for every jiva to have. Yeah. So, Amma.
And today we have Srimad Bhagavatam because of Parikshit Maharaj Mataji.
Yes,
come to the last chapter.
Yes, yes. So we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have a example of Amrish Maharaj also, when he was breaking the fast, he was waiting for Durvasa Muni. It was not even his mistake. Yeah, and he gets cursed. And then Lord did not spare. He had to run everywhere. And then the Sudarshana teaches him, go to Lord's devotee, because he is not at fault. So we have from the Shastra itself learnings, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Dinesh Prabhu, last shloka. Thank you. Prabhu. I think last shloka, right? Yeah. Somebody can read 26th shloka, please. Shloka translation. Who is for the last shloka? Anybody? Okay, Krishnamurti Prabhu, you can read.
1 second, Mataji.
She wants to read. Amma wants to read.
Yes. 1 second. 1 second, Mataji.
Yeah. No problem, no problem. She can take as much time as possible. Let her read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Please read.
Rudrendriya prana mano buddhi muparatam stanatrayat param praptam brahma bhutama vikriyam Hare Krishna Mataji.
Haribol, Haribol. Yeah. Who wants to read the translation? And we'll go for the explanation then. Anybody for translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I, Mataji?
Yes,
No.
go ahead.
Okay. Translation.
Say, no, read.
Okay, Mataji. Translation by Divine Srila Prabhupada Ji ki jai. The Muni's sense organs, breath, mind, and intelligence were all restrained from material activities, and he was situated in a trance. Apart from the three, they are wakefulness, dream, and unconsciousness, having achieved a transcendental position qualitatively equal with the Supreme Absolute.
Anybody for purport? Anybody for purport who did not get opportunity to read?
May I read, Mataji?
Yes. Okay, Archana, go ahead.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. It appears that the Muni in whose hermitage the king entered was in yogic trance. The transcendental position is attained by three processes, namely process of jnana or theoretical knowledge of transcendence, the process of yoga or factual realization of trance by manipulation of physiological and psychological functions of the body, and the most approved process of bhakti yoga or engagement of senses in the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita also we have the information of gradual development of perception from matter to living entity. Our material mind and body develop from the living entity, the soul, and being influenced by the three qualities of matter, we forget our real identity. The jnana process theoretically speculates about the reality of the soul. But Bhakti Yoga factually engages the spirit soul in activities. The perception of matter is transcended to still subtler states of the senses. The senses are transcended to subtler mind and then to the breathing activities and gradually to intelligence. Beyond the intelligence, the living soul is realized by the mechanical activities of yoga system or practice of meditation, restraining the senses, regulating the breathing system, and applying the intelligence to rise to the transcendental position. This trance stops all material activities of the body. The king saw the Muni in that position. He also saw the Muni as follows. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. You really read very fast. Thank you. Take a breathe now. Hare Krishna. Okay. So from this, we are trying to understand, this is 26th shloka. So, Srila Prabhupada trying to tell us that how he had controlled the senses, life force, mind, and intelligence, and had eased all material activities. He lived transcendental to the three modes of material nature and was situated in the trance. So, what is the inside learning for us? So, when we talk about Parikshit Maharaj's control, we understand that because of our senses, we get attracted towards Maya. So, how not just refraining from sense gratification, but positively engaging them in Krishna's service. That is important. That is the learning point. Then air life, prana, to regulation of breathing signifies control over physical and subtle energies. That is the pranayam in the yoga that we need to learn over a practice. Then mind, steadied and not flickering towards desires. Because if we say always, desires are nothing but like a baby, goes here and there. Yeah. And then the intelligence, it has to be fixed in transcendental understanding, which is again very difficult. It says, this three mode of material nature, Devi Haisha Gunmai, Mama Maya Duratya, Mama Vai Prapadyante, Maya Metam Tarantite. So, how we will apply to our day to day. So, devotee must eventually strive for such mastery, not artificially. So, when we are into devotion, bhakti naturally purifies and controls. Say, if we have the habit of sitting in one sitting, if we are doing 16 rounds, that means what? That slowly and steadily we are, making our mind and body to control. That is what is important from this activity. Then what happens is how we have to ease all material activities Why? Because no karma or fruitive activities that we need to carry with us. So no plans for enjoyment, protection, or acquisition, blame game, and fully detached from bodily and mental identity, which is again Parikshit Maharaj, is himself exemplary, that how he takes vairagya, renunciation. He gave up immediately. The moment the curse was given, he could have counteracted to this curse, because he himself is very good devotee. But immediately he says that there is an arrangement of Lord, there is hand of the mercy of Lord, and that's why he immediately surrenders. And also, he had gone beyond the three modes. That's what we understand. He was awake. He was away from dreaming. He was away from deep sleep, because when he was said that, if you get a call that one is going to die, what is the first thing that one has to do? So answer was, listen Bhagavatam. So 7 days sitting near the Ganges, they used to only take dip 3 times. No water, no food, nothing at all. And that's the reason you'll say, oh, how this can happen. So slowly practice of Ekadashi, then Nirjala Ekadashi, Janmashtami. All this is nothing but a practice to us. How that we become a Brahma Bhuta, that is liberated state of spiritual realization, unaffected, unchanging. So this stage is only possible. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatama na sochati na kankshati. This is what he's saying in 18.54 of Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Such a person is joyful, free. There is no hankering, there is no lamentation, and see all being equal. Samadarshinaha. So by doing this, by this showcasing by Parikshit Maharaj, we see bhakti over mechanical controls, isn't it? Then preparing for death, because it is only Krishna consciousness which teaches us not only living, but even leaving the body. How ultimately detachment mood comes. That is true renunciation, isn't it? And then glories of Srimad Bhagavatam starts. So that's how Shukadev Goswami becomes an instrument here for us to get this medicine for life and death soul. So even if a child is hearing Bhagavatam, their thinking process changes. You will see slowly children, you should have seen. I will try to show you all that how small children, they're very small. Just now I was in one of the class. I'll try if I can. Prabhu, you can stop sharing. Thank you so much. I will try if I can share the screen and show you all how the small children, here. The small boy, just now, I was here. What is this boy saying?
I know. So there, everything was crushed, everything was on fire except for 2 things. One picture of Krishna and Bhagavad Gita book. Jai Haribol.
He is such a small boy. He is just 6 years old. So when we were talking that how we have to be good human being, so immediately he raises his hand and saying, I want to share something, Mataji. I say, what? No, yesterday my parents were telling, Ahmedabad, that hair crash happened. Mataji, I want to say this, So all the children were like, he's also small, no? But see the awareness. So such souls have to be brought more into devotion. So I immediately called his mother. I met her and I said, you need to take a Bhagavad Gita and give him, So this is all not only for us, an opportunity for us, for others. We take it and we want to pass it also to others. So this is what were the shlokas today. of Parikshit Maharaj and Shringi. Now we'll be going further. The actual movie starts after this. So what is that picture abhi baki hai, you know? Thank you
We
so
saw
much.
the trailer, Mataji.
Sorry?
We saw the trailer today.
Yes,
We saw
yes,
the trailer of the
yes, yes. We saw the
Okay,
trailer.
okay.
Very good. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Vancha kalpatarvesha kapasindhavesha patitanam pavane Vaishnava.
Sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Anybody has any doubt, any question? I have taken 10 minutes extra. Sorry. So, any suggestions?